Good morning. So I'm going to try and answer some of the questions that you guys had about this little surprise baby that we found yesterday. So for those of you that don't know, my husband got me 2 guinea pigs in July, so not that long ago, because we'd lost 7 of our old age pigs in 1 month and he wanted to cheer me up. Now yesterday, one of those little girls popped out a little surprise baby, and this is him. So you guys want to know what is going to happen to this little boy. Are we going to keep him or are we going to rehome him? Now, I've always said to you, keeping boys is a lot harder than keeping girls, which is why the majority of my herd is female. Now, I would love to keep him, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to. By doing that, we're going to get him neutered as soon as possible. Now, that's usually between 12 and 16 weeks of age. It varies from male to male, depending on how big they grow, how their hormones are. Some can progress and become a little bit rumble strutty, if you know what I mean, a lot earlier than others. So that will depend on that. Now, because he is a boy, he can only be in the herd for about 3 to 4 weeks before he has to be separated, and that's because he has the potential to get other members of the herd pregnant from that age. So he's going to spend a couple of weeks out here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him inside with Winston. So let me grab Winston. So obviously we want to give that little boy the best chance of being able to stay in the herd permanently once he's neutered. And I think the best way to do this is to, when he has to be separated, is to put him with Winston for a few months. So he will have to be inside until he's old enough to be neutered and recovered from being neutered. Now, Winston is the only male in here that none of the other males give any trouble to, because he is so placid and just so beautiful. So he is the ideal pig to teach that little boy how to behave. Well, we don't like squirmy pigs. You have to teach him to be less squirmy. So Winston will be absolutely fine inside in a little cage and something nice and snuggly. As long as he's got a blanket, he'll be absolutely fine. But he is the ideal pig to teach him how to behave. Go on then, off you go. He's like, no, stop touching me. Right, let me get the baby again. Hang on. So this is his mum. And you asked me, is it common for piggies to have just 1 pup? Now, I have seen it before, but I'm not surprised that Lumin only had 1 pup because she is herself a very, very young pig. She's not 6 months old. So the fact that she's had just 1 is good for her. Obviously it's not good at all, but it's good for her that she'll be able to look after him and it's not too much strain on her, and she's doing really well. She's very motherly to him. She's looking after him. She keeps going back to him and feeding him, and you're doing a great job, aren't you, sweetheart? Hey? Oh, she's so lovely. But I'm just going to pop her down. Hang on. So you were all fascinated that guinea pigs are born ready to go, and that is true. They are born eyes open, fully furred, and able to walk within a couple of minutes of birth. They also have a full set of teeth. So when mums are in late stage of pregnancy and they're carrying more than 1 pup, you can often hear the baby's teeth grinding in the tummy. It's quite fascinating and disturbing at the same time. But if he'll let me show you, I don't know whether he will. Let's have a look. Can we look at those teeth? Look, can you see those bottom teeth? There they are, look. Ah, they're beautiful. Yes, they are. They're beautiful. So, yes, a couple of weeks outside, and then he's going to sit with our lovely skinny pig for a few months, be neutered, and then hopefully he'll be able to come outside. Now, as I've said and I've stressed many times before, having neutered boys is great, and neutering them early does reduce the testosterone in them and make them better behaved pigs. However, we still have more than 1 male in the herd, and sometimes it can go wrong, as we saw with Rambo, who decided to pick a fight with the biggest pig and got an abscess and unfortunately passed away on the operating table trying to fix that problem. So although I say that we will neuter him and keep him, we will definitely neuter him. Whether we keep him or not will depend on his temperament, very much so. If he ends up being a very hormonal, very headstrong, dominant little boy, that's going to be difficult because we already have very headstrong boys in the herd, which is why I'm hoping that if I put him with Winston, he's going to learn that behaviour as opposed to being very grr, if you know what I mean. So there we go. I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. I'd love to make some more videos with this little beauty. It's so nice to have a little surprise baby. I don't see them very often. I haven't done a rescue for a while. So yeah, it's just nice to have a little baby. Oh, you're just so beautiful. And I haven't named him yet. I'll let you know what I decide. So ready? Customary nose boop. Boop. Aww.